Here in Butte, your First Amendment rights to protected free speech will not be protected. At the Butte Silver Bow Public Library, the First Friday Speaker Series has been popular for several years. But now, the county says an upcoming event scheduled for last Friday is too controversial, and they abruptly canceled it. The speaker at the center of it all is Audrey Jawort, a transgender woman who serves as political director for Indigenous Vote. A member of the Northern Cheyenne tribe, Jawort planned on discussing the history of Two-Spirit and LGBTQ people in Montana. In the social media posts, Jawort says she would be flamboyantly dressed and minors may be present, which could mean the event is illegal under Montana law. Someone sent a complaint to the county on Facebook Messenger, citing social media posts about the event. Silver Bow County Attorney Eileen Joyce says the message was sent from an account under the name Corey Allen. The county's legal counsel, including Joyce, made the decision to cancel, saying they are concerned the event could violate the recently passed House Bill 359, which bans minors from attending drag shows. Joyce doesn't necessarily agree with the law, but as long as it stands, it has to be complied with or the library could risk losing government funding. The chief executive talked to library director Steph Johnson and asked if children could be present, and she said yes, so we are just erring on the side of caution that the county wouldn't be subject to any liability for this law that currently is in place, said Joyce. Butte Silver Bow posted the following statement: in accordance with Governor John Forte signing HB 359 into law, our county cannot allow an event where a drag king or queen reads children's books and engages in other learning activities with minor children present. Due to this law, we have had to cancel the speaker at the Butte Silver Bow Library that was scheduled for Friday. What do you think? Should Butte Silver Bow have protected Audrey a right to free speech? Address your grievances to your government appropriately.
Moving on to the Chief Executive's report, we can just kind of talk about it. It's been quite a adventurous week that we've had here in the courthouse, and I know that there's been a lot of emotion and talk about our proclamation with Pride Week, and then making a decision to cancel an event at the library. And I want everyone to know that none of this was taken lightly, and it was I had reached out to the library director on Tuesday via email asking about this event because there was concerns about did it violate state law in House Bill 359. Much of the language that Ms. Jawort, who is going to be the presenter, put in a tweet was language that was really specific in House Bill 359. And so I consulted with the county attorney to come up with a decision. Should we cancel this event at this time until we knew more information? And that decision was not taken lightly because I want everyone to know, and I've been accused differently on both sides of the issue on this, that we made the decision because the person was transgender, and that was by no means anywhere that way at all. When I did the proclamation in the rotunda on Pride Week, I very much in support of the LGBTQ plus 2S community and the celebration of Pride Week. In the 3 years that I've been able to be chief executive during June, every year we've made that proclamation. Every year we've put the pride flag up, and every year we support it. And I'm very proud of our community that we have an anti-discrimination ordinance on the books that came about in 2013, and we are way ahead of the curve, not only in Montana but in the nation. So that decision was not taken lightly, and I know there was a lot of emotion on that side. I can tell you this: I've been called, because we did the Pride Week proclamation, I've been called a left-wing liberal. And then the next email that I got, I was a right-wing fascist. And neither of those are true. I can tell you that. But I'm very supportive of Pride Month and what we do here locally. So it's been a tough week. Um, Lots of emotional calls, talking with the press, talking with people in the community. But I want to share with you the letter that I sent to Miss Jewart. Right after that, I did try to reach out to her, but I'll share with you what I wrote to her. I said, put, Miss Jewart, please be advised that the decision to cancel your appearance at the Butte Silver Bow Library on June 2nd was based on a Twitter post stating, and I will definitely have a book, and sexuality will be discussed, and minors may be present. I do, as an LGBTQ two-spirit history lecture at the library June 2nd. I'm really entertaining at this one too, but this literally might be illegal in Montana as a flamboyantly dressed trans woman. Analyzing the language of the provisions of House Bill 359, Butte Silver Bowl made the decision out of an abundance of caution to cancel your appearance at this time. However, Butte Silver Bowl is open to discuss with you in rescheduling of this event with your assurance of the appropriate parameters in place that the provisions of House Bill 359, while it remains the law, will not be violated. I would like to meet with you and figure out a solution that will allow you to present to our public. I tried to reach out to you yesterday to offer a solution and make sure that the presentation did not violate the language in the state law regarding public libraries and schools. At the time I called, I was transferred to you, and after a few words was immediately disconnected. I tried to follow back up with calls from my office phone and from my cell phone. I understand your frustration. You may not have wanted to speak yesterday. I'd be happy to schedule a time to meet with you at your convenience to talk through the concerns that Butte Silver Bowl has and come up with a solution that would allow you to present to the community. I want to allow you the respect you deserve and the ability to share your thoughts and issues with me at this time. And then I sent it out respectfully. And I sent that out on Friday, and the only reason it went out on Friday rather than Thursday after we had to cancel the event was I didn't have a contact information. I had received a phone number from Donovan Hawk, which that's when I was trying to reach out via phone. We never received an email address until Friday, in which the county attorney sent that letter to her attorney, and I sent that copy of the letter directly to Ms. Jewart. And so I want people to understand my position, where we're at here locally. I support our non-discrimination ordinance, and I think that we can work together to make sure that we allow people to have their First Amendment rights while not having to be put in a position that we may have to allow somebody to challenge the new state law. And as I said, this is not a personal opinion, and if it was, I probably wouldn't have had to look at trying to cancel that event. But it was a tough decision, and these weeks are not easy when these issues come up. So just to kind of let you know on that, I'll put some brighter news out there after this, but I wanted to speak to that directly.